the silent battlefield. Everyone talks about success, but few speak about the invisible battle that comes before it, the one that happens inside, in silence, in the mind. Before you win in the world, you have to win in your head. A warrior is not just someone who holds a sword. A warrior is the one who gets up at 5 a.m. when no one is watching. The one who chooses long-term growth over short-term pleasure. True discipline is not loud. It doesn't show off. It's quiet. It's forged in the dark when no one is clapping. We live in a world that glorifies results, numbers, and appearances. But real success begins in places no one sees. It starts when you say no to distractions, when you choose to read instead of scroll, when you keep going, even when no one notices. A strong person isn't measured by how loud they are, but by how calm they remain in chaos. Their power is seen in how they master their emotions, how they resist temptation, and how they stay centered when everything around them falls apart. Pause and ask yourself, how do you respond under pressure? When everything's going wrong, when no one understands you? This is the training ground. Mental discipline doesn't just appear. It's built day by day, thought by thought, choice by choice. You train it every time you choose to wait, every time you delay gratification, every time you face fear and move forward anyway. Imagine your mind like a battlefield. You are both the soldier and the general. If you don't take command, your thoughts will. And not every thought is on your side. Some thoughts want comfort. Some want escape. Some want excuses. But discipline, it whispers, not today. That whisper is stronger than any scream. It's what wakes you up when the bed feels too warm. It's what makes you show up when your energy is low. It's what keeps you consistent when motivation fades. Motivation is loud. Discipline is quiet. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Here's the truth. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need to feel inspired. You just need to move. A warrior doesn't wait for the perfect moment. He creates it with action, with resolve, with grit. Think about this. You can either suffer the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret, but one of them will be there waiting for you. Your mind is your most powerful weapon, but if you don't train it, it turns against you. So many people are prisoners of their thoughts. They live in fear, in doubt, in distraction. But a warrior learns to lead the mind, to say, I decide what I focus on. I decide what gets my attention. I lead my life. And here's the paradox. The more you lead your mind, the more freedom you feel. Because discipline isn't restriction, it's liberation. When you master yourself, you are no longer a slave to emotions, to circumstances, or to noise. This is the path of the warrior, the mental warrior, the disciplined one. Not perfect, but consistent. Not always loud, but always focused. And it starts with one small decision. Right now, will you continue drifting? Or will you take control? Will you wait for motivation? Or will you show up anyway? The choice is yours every single day. The price of mastery. Success has a price. Not everyone is willing to pay it, because the price isn't just effort. It's patience. It's endurance. It's doing the same thing again and again without applause. The average mind is addicted to novelty, to distraction, to shortcuts. But the warrior's mind? It's different. It doesn't seek comfort. It seeks growth. And growth is never easy. Growth is always uncomfortable. Let's be honest. There will be days you don't want to show up. Days when you feel tired, overwhelmed, uninspired. That's normal. But the mentally disciplined person shows up anyway. They show up without needing to feel like it, because they build a system, not a mood. They follow principles, not emotions. Ask yourself, what's guiding your life right now? Emotion or principles? Do you do the work only when you're excited? Or do you do it because it's what must be done? Warriors don't rely on motivation. They rely on routine. They know that progress is not made in huge leaps, but in the quiet, boring, consistent steps. Small habits, repeated daily. That's how the mind is trained. Here's something most people miss. Mental toughness is not about never breaking. It's about coming back every time you break. You fall, you rise. You get distracted, you refocus. You fail, you learn. That's strength. That's power. Don't aim to be perfect. Aim to be relentless. Perfection will paralyze you. Relentlessness will move you. In a world of noise, the warrior seeks stillness. They turn off the distractions. They limit their time on what doesn't matter. They say no, often. Why? Because they know focus is a weapon, and wasting energy is the greatest enemy of discipline. So, what are you giving your energy to? Every scroll, every negative thought, every meaningless conversation. It costs you, it drains you, and it leaves you too tired to fight the battles that matter. Mental discipline means knowing your battles. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves a reaction. Not every opportunity is your opportunity. Wisdom is knowing the difference. A disciplined person simplifies. They clear out the clutter physically, mentally, emotionally, because a clear space creates a clear mind, and a clear mind takes powerful action. Here's a practice. Each morning, ask yourself, what will I focus on today? What will I not focus on? What am I committed to, regardless of how I feel? Write it down, say it out loud, and then do it. That's how warriors are built, not through luck, but through conscious, consistent decisions. Day by day, brick by brick. The mentally disciplined don't live easy lives, but they live meaningful ones. They don't avoid hardship. They use it. They don't run from discomfort. They walk into it, knowing that on the other side is strength. And here's a truth most don't like to hear. You're not your feelings. You're not your fears. You're not your past. You are who you choose to become, based on what you do repeatedly. Discipline rewrites identity. It says, I may have been weak yesterday, but today I rise stronger. It builds confidence, not fake confidence based on image, but deep, unshakable confidence built from integrity, from doing what you said you'd do, from honoring your word to yourself. This is the second step on the path, not just fighting battles, but choosing which battles to fight and how to fight them with focus, clarity, and endurance. The mindset of the unshakable. The world will test you. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. Unexpected storms will come. And in those moments, what will hold you together? Not your money, not your status, not your talent, but your mind, your discipline, your inner foundation. An unshakable mindset isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, brick by brick, thought by thought, choice by choice. Here's what people misunderstand. Being mentally strong doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you've trained your mind to respond, not react, to breathe before speaking, to pause before acting, to think before deciding. It means you don't let circumstances shape your character. Let's be real. Most people live like leaves in the wind, tossed around by what happens around them. Good news? They're happy. Bad news? They spiral. Someone compliments them? They feel worthy. Someone criticizes them? They collapse. But the warrior? They've learned a better way. Their worth isn't up for negotiation. Their peace doesn't depend on other people. Their identity isn't tied to applause. They're grounded, rooted, unshakable. Think of a tree in a storm. It bends, but it doesn't break. Its roots go deep. So no matter what's happening above ground, it stands. That's the mindset we're after. To be that tree, you must know what you believe. You must anchor yourself in timeless principles, not trends, not popular opinion, not what's cool today, but real, ancient wisdom. Like, you reap what you sow. Character matters more than charm. Discipline is stronger than desire. Stillness is stronger than noise. Your response is more powerful than your excuse. Ask yourself right now, what do I stand for? What do I refuse to compromise on? Who am I when no one's watching? Because that's who you truly are, in a world full of masks. Authenticity is a superpower. Discipline isn't just about routine. It's about identity. It's choosing to live aligned, to mean what you say, to do what you said you'd do, even when it's hard. And when you do that long enough, something changes. You begin to trust yourself. You don't need constant validation. You don't overthink every choice. You walk into a room with quiet strength because you know who you are. That's the goal of this journey. Not just success, not just confidence, but clarity, knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you're building one disciplined day at a time. Here's a practice to build that mindset. Each night, ask, where was I mentally strong today? Where did I let emotions take over? What can I do differently tomorrow? Don't judge yourself. Just notice, observe, and grow. Warriors aren't perfect. They're just committed, and they don't let their past dictate their future. They learn, they evolve, they sharpen their minds like a blade. Through repetition, through fire, through failure. The unshakable mindset is also adaptive. It knows when to rest, when to push, when to speak, when to listen. It's not hard for the sake of being hard. It's wise, intentional, tactical. You're not meant to fight every battle. You're meant to fight the right ones. With the right spirit, the right strategy, and the right identity. You want to be dangerous, but controlled, powerful, but patient, bold, but rooted in truth. That's the mindset of the warrior. The inner war and daily victory. There's a war going on, but it's not out there. It's in here, within you. Every day you wake up, a battle begins. Not with people, not with the world, but with the part of you that wants to stay comfortable. The part that says, just 10 more minutes. You've done enough. Start tomorrow. Why even try? Sound familiar? We've all heard that voice. The voice of resistance. But here's the truth. That voice is not the enemy. It's the training ground. Because every time you overcome it, you grow stronger. Every time you choose discipline over delay, you sharpen your sword. This is the inner war. The fight between who you are now and who you're capable of becoming. And victory doesn't come in big, dramatic moments. It comes in the small, silent ones. Victory is closing your phone and picking up a book, saying no when distractions come, showing up when you don't feel like it, finishing what you started. These wins may seem small, but they build something massive. Confidence, not the loud, arrogant kind, but the quiet, unshakable kind. The kind that says, I trust myself. I keep my word. I don't quit. That's why the warrior disciplines his day. He creates structure, not because he's rigid, but because structure sets you free. He doesn't wait for motivation. He builds systems. He knows his morning routine matters. His habits matter. His thoughts matter. Because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're willing to train for. So ask yourself today, what am I building with my actions? Am I sowing strength or weakness? Am I training myself for greatness or comfort? Let's get practical. Here are 3 disciplines that build the inner warrior. 1. Morning mastery. Wake up before the world. Take back your first hour. No phone, just clarity. Move your body. Read something wise. Set your intentions. Why? Because how you start sets the tone for how you continue. 2. Mental reps. Journal. Reflect. Think deeply. Ask hard questions. Challenge your own assumptions. Warriors aren't just tough, they're thinkers. They don't just react, they reflect. 3. Controlled input. Your mind becomes what you feed it. So choose wisely. Cut out noise. Seek wisdom. Limit comparison. Study truth. If your goal is mental strength, then garbage input isn't just unhelpful, it's poison. And here's a truth most ignore. Consistency beats intensity. You don't need to do it all in one day. You just need to do it daily. You don't become a warrior overnight. You become one with every step forward. Every time you show up again. And on the days you fail, forgive yourself. Get back up. Learn the lesson. The warrior doesn't aim for perfection. He aims for progress. Mental discipline means you know what you're fighting for. You have a mission. You're not just surviving. You're advancing. You don't need to tell the world. You show them through your life. You don't brag. You become. There's a version of you that's waiting. Waiting to be built. Waiting to be revealed. Waiting to rise. He or she is not found in fantasy, but in the daily war. In your habits. In your decisions. In your mindset. So wake up each day and say, I'm here to train. I'm here to grow. I'm here to fight the right battles, inside and out. I'm here to become. That's how warriors rise. That's how greatness is built. And that's how you train your mind like a warrior. This is your life, not a rehearsal. You don't get to practice life. This is it. Your one shot. Your one climb. Your one war to win. And in this war, your enemy is not failure. Not other people. Not time. It's the version of you that settles. Settles for less than you were made to be. Settles for comfort over calling. For distraction over direction. For average over excellence. But you are not made to settle. You were born to rise. To grow. To lead. To become. To be the kind of person who, when the lights go out, can look back and say, I gave it everything. I didn't wait for motivation. I didn't follow the crowd. I trained my mind like a warrior and lived with purpose. Let this be your mindset. Life is short, but it's wide. Each day is a page. Each decision, a sentence. Each moment, a chance to turn the story around. You can rewrite your chapter starting now. Here's how warriors live. They don't wait for the perfect mood. They act with discipline. They don't compare their path. They commit to their growth. They don't run from pain. They use it to build resilience. They don't talk endlessly. They act relentlessly. This is your call. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more starting and stopping. Just you, deciding to train your mind, to master your choices, to dominate your day, and to live with the clarity of a warrior. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need a powerful decision. Today, right now, you have what it takes. So don't let this video end without beginning a new mindset. Save this video. Rewatch it when you feel weak. Share it with someone who needs it. And most of all, live it. Train your mind like a warrior, and success will follow. If this message is speaking to you, don't forget to subscribe to The Balanced Beat for more life-changing wisdom and powerful motivation. Hit that like button to support the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. We're building something meaningful here, and your support means everything.